Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. What if the person you trusted the most was secretly the reason your life is falling apart? This is one of those moments that completely changes everything. Katie Logan receives devastating news about her health, but that's not even the worst part. The real shock comes when she realizes that Bill Spencer, someone she loves deeply, may be connected to the very condition threatening her life. And just like that, love, trust, and truth all collide in one heartbreaking explosion. So picture this with me for a second. A quiet hospital room, dim lights, that uncomfortable silence that just hangs in the air, making everything feel 10 times heavier. Katie standing there completely frozen, her hands trembling, fingers tightly locked together like she's trying to hold herself for falling apart. You can almost hear her heartbeat. It's that intense. It feels like her chest might burst at any second. And then there's Bill. This is a man who usually walks into any room like he owns it, right? Confident, powerful, in control. But not here. Not now. He's pacing back and forth like a trapped animal, restless, anxious, honestly, scared in a way we almost never see from him. And the doctors, he doesn't even need to speak yet. His face already says everything. That serious, careful expression, you just know whatever he's about to say is going to change their lives forever. The silence stretches, it gets heavier. Katie's eyes start filling with tears before a single word is even said, because deep down, she already feels it. That gut instinct telling her something is very, very wrong. And then the doctor finally speaks. His voice is calm, controlled, but there weight behind every word, and just like that, Katie's worst fear becomes real. There's something seriously wrong with her health. Something that hasn't been fully understood until now. Something that may have been best or even hidden. The focus is her heart and not just a minor issue. This is serious, complicated, progressive, something that isn't going to be easily fixed. As the doctor explains, it's like each sentence hits Katie like a punch. She tries to stay strong, tries to understand all the medical terms, but it's too much. Her knees start to give out, and she has to grab onto a chair just to stay upright. That's how overwhelming this moment is. Because now it's clear this isn't just another temporary health scare. This is something permanent, something that could shape the rest of her life, or even shorten it. And in that moment, the fear becomes real. Not just fear of pain, but fear of losing time, losing her future, losing every time she thought she still had ahead of her. Now look at Bill. This man has faced enemies, business wars, life challenges without blinking. But here, he's breaking, his voice cracks as he demands answers. He's desperate, he's asking for anything solutions, treatments, miracles, something to fix this. But the doctor hesitates. And that hesitation, it says everything. Yes, there are options, but none of them are safe. Every possible treatment comes with serious risks. Some might even make things worse instead of better. And just when you think it couldn't get heavier, it does. Because then comes the real bombshell. There's a connection, a link between Katie's condition and something from the past, a medical decision made years ago. And somehow, some way, it ties back to Bill. You can feel the shift instantly. Katie slowly turns to him, her eyes filled with confusion, pain, disbelief, and something even deeper, betrayal. Her voice is barely a whisper, but it cuts through everything when she asks him, "What did you do?" And Bill, he has no answer, at least not right away. His face loses all color. That strong, confident man, gone, replaced by someone drowning in guilt. And in that silence, Katie's world starts collapsing. The tears come, and they don't stop. She tumbles back, completely overwhelmed, not just by her diagnosis, but by what it means. This isn't just about her health anymore. This is about trust, about love, about the man she believed would protect her, possibly being part of the reason she's suffering. The doctor quietly steps out, sensing that this is no longer just a medical situation, it's something deeply personal now. And then Bill finally starts talking. His confession doesn't come out smoothly, it's broken, scattered, piece by piece. He explains the decision he made in the past, something he believed was right at the time. Maybe it was out of love, maybe control, maybe fear. But whatever it was, it set something into motion that he never expected. And Katie listens. Every word hits her harder than the last. The pain in her chest is no longer just physical, it's emotional now. Deep, sharp, almost unbearable. Because the man she loves might have made a choice that could cost her everything. The room feels smaller, tighter, suffocating, and Katie finally breaks. Completely, her sobs fill the room as everything she's been holding in comes crashing out. Years of love, struggle, hope, all unraveling in one moment. And Bill, for the first time, he is powerless. He can't fix this. He can't undo the past. He can't make it better. He reaches out to her, but she hesitates. And that hesitation, it says so much. Because how do you lean on someone who might have caused your pain? But here's the complicated part. The love between them is still there. It hasn't disappeared. It's just fragile now, broken, but not gone. And that makes everything even more painful. As time passes, the shock starts settling into something deeper. A quiet, heavy sadness. Katie starts thinking about her future, or the possibility that she might not have the future she once imagined. The moment she could lose the life she fought so hard to build, and in that moment she realizes something terrifying. She's standing at a crossroads. She doesn't know if she has the strength for what's ahead, but she knows she has to face it. Bill sees it too. He knows this moment will define everything, not just her life, but their relationship, whether it survives or completely falls apart. And then something unexpected happens. Bill drops to his knees. This man who never bows to anyone is now begging. His voice breaks as he asks for forgiveness. It's raw, real, emotional in a way we have never seen before. And Katie, she feels it. She remembers the man she fell in love with. The man who, despite everything, always fought for her, even if he made terrible mistakes along the way. And that's what makes this so painful, because her heart is torn in two. One side filled with betrayal, and the other still holding on to love. Outside that room, life goes on like nothing happened. People walking, talking, living their normal lives, but inside, everything has changed. The past feels tainted, the future is uncertain, and the present is filled with a kind of pain neither of them knows how to escape. Katie finally sinks into a chair, exhausted. Her tears slow down, but the pain is still there, written all over her face. And in a quiet, almost broken voice, she says something that changes the tone of everything. Yes, this truth has shattered her, but it hasn't destroyed her. Because deep down, she's still a survivor. And even now, in her darkest moment, that strength is still there, faint but alive. Bill watches her, torn between heartbreak and admiration, realizing that the road ahead won't just be about pain. It might also be about redemption. If he can prove that his love is stronger than his mistakes, this moment isn't just about a medical diagnosis, it's about consequences. It shows how a decision made years ago, even with good intentions, can come back in ways no one ever imagined. It also exposes something deeper, how fragile trust really is. One revelation, one truth, and everything people built together can start falling apart. And at the center of it all is a question that doesn't have an easy answer. Can love survive something like this? Because sometimes the damage isn't just physical, it's emotional, and that can be even harder to heal. Honestly, this is heartbreaking on so many levels. I mean, imagine finding out you are seriously ill, and then realizing someone you love might be connected to it. That's not just pain, that's emotional devastation. But at the same time, I don't think this is black and white. Bill didn't make that decision thinking it would lead here, but intentions don't erase consequences. If anything, this situation is a test, not just of love, but of accountability, of whether someone can truly own their mistakes and fight to make things right. And Katie, she's incredibly strong, because even in this moment, she's not completely breaking, she's still standing, and that says a lot. So here we are, one truth, one mistake, and an entire relationship hanging by a thread. The real question now is, what happens next? Can Katie forgive something this big? Can Bill actually prove he deserves another chance? And if you were in her position, would you stay or would you walk away? I really want to hear your thoughts on this. Drop your opinion in the comments. Let's talk about it. And if you are into deep emotional stories like this, don't forget to like the video and subscribe because, trust me, this story is only getting started.